Okay, let's be real for a second. You work hard, you're putting in the hours. Maybe you've even got a decent raise this year. And yet, you still have that nagging feeling that you're just treading water with your money. If that sounds even a little bit familiar, you're in exactly the right place. We're about to pull back the curtain on why this happens and, way more importantly, how you can fix it. It's the middle of the month. You check your bank account and you ask yourself that exact question. The money, it was just there, and now it's gone? It's a super frustrating cycle, and believe me, it is a feeling shared by millions of people. But here's the thing, and this is so important to get right from the start. Feeling like you're always broke isn't a sign that you're bad with money, and it's not about your income. Usually, it's just a few invisible habits, these little automated spending patterns that are running in the background. And the best news? They're surprisingly easy to fix once you can see them. Now, a lot of people think the answer is some painful, restrictive budget where you can't have any fun. That's a lie. You don't need that. Instead of locking your money down, we're going to go on the offense. We're going to expose the 3 silent killers that are quietly draining your bank account. And we're starting right now. All right, first up is a really sneaky one because it feels totally harmless in the moment. We're calling it the convenience tax. Just think of it like this. The convenience tax is the extra price you pay to save yourself just a tiny bit of effort. It's this premium for not having to try too hard, and it is, without a doubt, the #1 reason your fun money just seems to evaporate. And these things are literally everywhere. You know that food delivery app? You're not just paying for the food. Oh no, you're paying a delivery fee, a service fee, probably a tip, and just like that, a $20 meal is suddenly a $30 meal. Or that out-of-network ATM, that'll be $5 just so you don't have to walk another block. See, they're tiny little decisions that just bleed you dry. And here's where the damage gets real. Just getting takeout a couple times a week, paying for that convenience, can easily add an extra $150 a month to your expenses. That is almost $2,000 a year, just vanishing into thin air to avoid a little bit of effort. Every single time you pay this tax, you are making this exact trade-off. You're choosing a few seconds of ease right now over actual, tangible wealth for your future. The market knows you'll do this, and it makes it incredibly easy to choose that momentary comfort. So, how do you fight back? It's simple, and it's so effective. The 5-minute rule. Before you hit that confirm order button, just pause, just for a second, and ask yourself one question. Can I chop that onion myself? Can I just walk to my bank's ATM? If the answer is yes, and it often is, you've just figured out how to reclaim hundreds of dollars a month without earning a single penny more. Okay, on to our second killer. This one is even more stealthy because it usually disguises itself as a reward for all your hard work. It's called lifestyle creep. Lifestyle creep is the reason why getting a raise often doesn't feel like much of a relief. Your income goes up, right? But then, almost without you noticing, your spending goes up right along with it. A slightly nicer apartment, a fancier car payment. All of your new income gets swallowed up by new essentials. And that right there, that's the real trap. You see, true wealth isn't about how much money you make. It's about the size of the gap between what you earn and what you spend. And if that gap never gets any bigger, you will always feel like you're running in place financially, no matter how big your paycheck gets. So the solution is to build a firewall for your new money. We'll call it the 50-50 rule. The moment you get a raise or a bonus, before you do anything else, you immediately automate half of that new money towards your future. We're talking savings, investments, paying down debt. The other 50%? Hey, that's all yours to enjoy. This way, you get a nice little lifestyle upgrade, you get to enjoy your success, but you're actually building wealth at the same time. Our final killer, this is the most emotional, the most socially driven of the 3. This is the one that convinces us to spend money not on what we actually want or value, but on the image we want to project to everybody else. This is identity spending. So what really defines this kind of spending is the why behind it. You're buying something not for how useful it is or even how much joy it brings you, but purely for the image it projects. It's all about signaling to others, and sometimes even to yourself, that you've made it or that you belong in a certain group. And I bet this sounds familiar, right? It's that pressure to say yes to the super expensive dinner with friends. It's that subtle feeling that your car, which runs perfectly fine, by the way, just isn't nice enough anymore. You end up sacrificing your actual financial peace for a temporary hit of social validation. There's a quote that just perfectly nails this trap. If your possessions require you to work harder just to maintain them, they own you. All of a sudden, you're not the owner anymore. You're just working for your stuff. So to break this cycle, you have to reconnect your spending with what actually brings you value. And the tool for this is called the reverse audit. Just take your 5 most expensive non-essential purchases from the last year, and then be brutally honest. Rate them on how much actual joy they brought you. You're probably going to find a pretty painful pattern. The things you bought for status are tragically low on the joy scale. This whole exercise forces you to confront the ultimate truth. Being truly rich isn't about having a bunch of objects that drain your time and money. It's about having options. It's about having flexibility and freedom. So let's put it all together. The convenience tax, lifestyle creep, and identity spending. Those are the 3 silent killers that are keeping you feeling broke no matter how hard you work. But the most important thing to remember is that you are not powerless against them. You now have a battle plan. Here it is, your action plan, laid out clear and simple. Use the 5-minute rule to beat the convenience tax. Use the 50-50 rule to stop lifestyle creep in its tracks. And conduct a reverse audit to escape that identity spending trap. And just remember this, okay? Getting control of your finances isn't about winning the lottery or some huge heroic effort. It's about the small, conscious choices you make every single day. These little habits, they're what build real, lasting freedom. So, I'll leave you with this one question. I want you to look at your own life, your own habits. Which one of these 3 silent killers is doing the most damage to your finances right now? Just pick one. Which one are you going to tackle first? Your path to financial control starts with that single choice, right now.
Subscribe and hit the like button for more deep dive like this. Tell us what you think in the comment section.